YouTube, what's going on? Kyle again from ePoolSupply. We are back with another quick fix on Polaris's 65 pressure side above ground pool cleaner. We are going to show you guys how to open this thing up and get to the full internal mechanism. Stay tuned. All right, and we're back. So again, today we've got Polaris's 65 pressure side above ground pool cleaner. So this is actually the surface module that floats along the top of the pool, but it does have the mechanism in here that actually will transition the pressure and give the right amount of suction to the bag as it's dragging along the bottom. So if you guys got questions about any of that, what comes in the box, make sure you guys check out the links in the description. We've got videos on walking all that through for you guys, but today we're just going to show you guys how to open this up and replace the main mechanism that controls this entire surface module. So the older versions of this cleaner, specifically of the 65, did used to have kind of like a clear blue lid, so you guys could actually kind of see the internals that we'll get to. But we definitely have a newer version here, February 2021. So they've actually eliminated the clear and turned it into their solid notorious blue for the Polaris cleaners. So to get this off, this is actually the top of the surface module itself. You're going to just simply flip it over, and you guys can see it's got all these little rollers around the edges. So you might start to think that you need to take off all these plastic screws to remove this. Don't worry about that. These are merely meant to hold these rollers on. The two screws that you're looking for in order to get into the internals are located right here at the rear of the cleaner. They're just two Phillips head screws right here. So to reinstall the screws, do not use a drill. For this purpose of removing them, I've got a drill. So go ahead and buzz these off real quick. So once you go ahead and remove those, we're going to flip it back over, as you guys could just see on the video, to remove the blue shroud. So the blue shroud comes right off. You're gonna set that off to the side. And now you guys have your entire internal mechanism. So Polaris's part breakdown does show that you guys can actually take out this entire part, take it apart, be able to replace individual parts as needed. Again, we got all those links in the descriptions below for you guys to take you to all these individual parts. In my personal experience, if you're going to replace anything with this mechanism, I just suggest buying the entire mechanism. So again, we've got the links down below. You guys can actually see the full part breakdown, so then that way you guys know what this entire assembly is to be able to replace. So there's not a lot of working parts. I want to say that there's probably only a total of 9 parts altogether for this. That includes the screws that hold all this together, but really simplistic kind of mechanism. So if something's gonna break, if you guys want to take it apart and you guys want to go through that process, you guys can definitely do it. But in my experience, I would just suggest buying an entire new mechanism internally here for you, because it's going to be much more cost effective. Plus then that way you don't take the risk of replacing one part to have another part go bad, to have another part go bad, and you just go down the line very similar like you do in your car. So if you're gonna do it, let's do it right and do it all at once, so then that way you guys have everything working together. So from here, since you guys already got the screws out, it literally just pulls out. There's nothing else that attaches this besides this plastic piece on the bottom. So you guys can actually just use your hands, and you guys are gonna twist this plastic piece on the bottom. It's just kind of like pressure fit over the internals. It doesn't actually like fully screw on, so you guys are just gonna kind of work it off and kind of pull. You guys can see it doesn't really have any threads on it, so it just kind of pressure fits over that. So once you guys got that done, flip it back over. Each one of these hoses that actually has the thrust jets on the bottom here, you're going to just lift out. As you guys can see, once you get one side, the other side goes, and then you're gonna pull this out. Now you have the entire internal mechanism out of your Polaris 65, Turbo Turtle, 165, whatever it may be. You guys can actually hear this randomizer ball that kind of bounces around and just kind of make sure to distribute pressure evenly to all these hoses. So again, if you guys want to take it apart, there is a version, there's screws here and there's screws here where everything will actually come apart. You guys can replace internals, but in our personal experience, you're gonna just replace this entire thing. So once you grab your new unit, really simple. You're gonna follow the same steps that you just did for installation or for removal. You're just gonna set it down in there, try to line it up as best as you can here, and then just start feeding these brush jets back into the holes on the mold of the surface module. So do those first, try to get them in there as far as you possibly can. Get everything lined up the way it needs to be lined up. And then you're going to just make sure that this back part of the unit actually slides into the mold as well. And there you're gonna hold it again, flip it back over, try to get this pressure fit back on there. In my experience, again, it helps if you kind of screw it as you're pushing it down and just kind of getting it in there as tight as you can. As you guys can see, really simple to get that thing swapped out. And now you got a whole new internal mechanism to your Polaris 65, your 165, or your turbo. So after you get that all installed, simply put the one side of the top cover actually has a notch. So you're gonna wanna make sure that you install that portion first and just get everything lined back up. Go ahead, get everything lined up pretty, flip it back over. And again, for the purpose of installing something new, do not suggest using a drill. This is a display module, so I'm not going to use this in a pool. So I've got the torque set really low. So just getting it about as tight as you can here for us on the display module. Go ahead and install both sets of the screws. Get it tight, so then that way, when you flip it back over, the actual cap here stays on nice and tight. You don't take the risk of this breaking at all. So again, don't worry about this white piece on the bottom. If it's not on all the way, one benefit is once you guys actually install the tail sweep that connects to the bag, it's going to completely grab these threads and help push that in. So then that way it stays on there nice and tight and you don't take the risk of this coming off. So today we just walked you guys through how to open up the Polaris 65, the 165, or the Turbo Turtle and get access into your mechanism internally and swap it out and do a basic installation and removal for you guys. So again, make sure you guys check out all the links in the description. Make sure you guys check out the other videos we have on this if you guys want to see what comes in the box, how to properly cut the hose, just basic tips and tricks on this. Kyle with ePoolSupply. Thanks for watching.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Subscribe today if you haven't subscribed. Check out the links below, and we got a lot more content coming your way.